Hello friends, my name's TheRealEmile and welcome back to some more Need for Speed Underground 2. Now, oh god, sorry. In the last video, I rage quit from this game because it just wasn't going too well. And we also bought this Toyota Celica. Now, I've kind of looked into it a little bit, and I think, two things actually. One, I'm going to start doing the outrun races. Now, I have done them for this section, I did them off camera. I'm going to do them off camera just because they're really uninteresting to watch, as in, like, seriously uninteresting. So I'm going to do them off camera, but we basically get special performance upgrades and visual upgrades for doing them. So that's pretty cool. So we've got loads of special events up here now. We have to do certain challenges to basically finish off getting those events. And I've also had a bit of a think about the car. I've actually, I shouldn't, but I've kind of looked into the car list and when we unlock certain stuff. And I think, to be perfectly honest with you, we're going to keep the Celica until the next Underground Racing League event. And then I'm going to be getting rid of it. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I'm getting rid of it for. But let's put it this way. It's a car I've complained about before, but I'm going to get it purely because I don't mind racing it out. And because there's actually a pretty cool version of it in a loading screen. So I want to, use that car. I've also scaled down the difficulty a little bit. I've put these guys on medium now instead of, we had them on hard before. But, it just, the races were getting a little bit too hard for me. So I've decided to sort of tone it back a bit. If it gets ridiculously easy, I might, put it back on. But for now, the difficulty is on medium. So I've done some outrun races. I've got a bit of extra cash. I got like $1,000, I think. And I've actually figured out, unfortunately, the outrun events are actually time limited. So for the last area we could have unlocked, I think it was like special HUDs or something. Which unfortunately we can't get anymore. Because I have already gone past level 2 of this game. So that's a bit of a shame, but, on the bright side, at least I've found out about it now. I've done all the outruns for level 3, because by, like level 4 and stuff, we start getting some really cool stuff. And in level 5, we actually unlock wide bodies. And I've, sort of wanted to play with them from the get-go, because they look really cool. So we'll be using some wide bodies when we get to stage 5, let's just say that. Well, that's a whiles away. We've only just unlocked stage 3, I think, so we're sort of stuck in this whole hills section for a while. In case you're wondering what I'm doing now, I'm going to do these sponsored Street X events to get some money. Because the car I actually want to get is coming up in, I think it's the next Underground Racing League event, actually. So I want to start raising some money for it now, just so we can get some good mods for it. And so on, so that'll be pretty cool once we finally unlock that. 1100 for winning these events, that's pretty cool. That's why I'm doing these sponsored events, just because we get like an absolute crap ton of money for doing them. So yeah, I guess the goal at the moment is sort of get some money. Don't get too attached to the Celica because it is going. It's been a pretty good companion. And to be honest with you, I was briefly thinking about maybe getting rid of the Hummer and keeping the Celica and just trading the Hummer off. New HUDs have just arrived. Fantastic. Oh yeah, just as a quick thing. Yeah, we've unlocked quite a lot of stuff that I haven't actually been looking at, so we definitely need to go put them on our next car. And also, I've got unique rims and a unique performance buff. Now, the reason I'm actually leaving those is because when you unlock them, it actually when you put them on, you can only actually put them on for one car, at least the performance upgrade side. I'm not sure about the actual, what was I going to say? I'm not sure about the, actual visual upgrades, whether they're just car exclusive or not. But, it's better to be safe than sorry. So there's no point in putting anything on this at the moment, because it will be getting traded in shortly for our new car. So that's pretty cool. I was going to say something else as well. Oh yeah, I also did some exploring off camera. I just went to go find the shops that we had missing. Turns out, I believe we was missing one shop in this first area, the Beacon Hill area. And there was also some stuff up in Jackson Heights. Actually both stores in Jackson Heights, because we haven't actually been up there yet. Luckily for me, they're both like exactly in the same complex. The bad news for me is, Jackson Heights, at least for me, is probably the worst stage in the game, just because everything has such a long drive in between it. Like, the stuff in the city is pretty good, because all the events are pretty close together, but up in Jackson Heights, just nothing is, where it should be. Oh, I've also found out, these little red notification things you see around the city, we are actually going to start picking them up. They do give us absolutely pointless tips. As in, like, seriously, I'm not joking. Some of the stuff it gives you are just stupid stuff about how to brake, or how to use the accelerator, or how not to lick a window when you get up in the morning. But you actually get 25 bank when you pick them up. And the extra money's always nice, so that's what we're going to do. I'll give you a clue on what the next car is, though. It's not going to be a poo brown Audi TT with the worst body kit I've ever seen on it. I can certainly tell you that. Hey, look, Burger King's in the background. Good old ad placement. To be fair, I spoke about this before. I actually kind of like ad placement in racing games. I can forgive it just because it makes them feel more authentic. But if it's in your first-person shooters and the guy's like drinking Mountain Dew or like something like that, yeah, I can kind of see your point. But if it's just like an object placed somewhere, as long as it doesn't have any effect on the game, I'm completely fine with having product placement. I think it adds authenticity, which is good. Yeah, I'm not talking about like the Halo 4 Mountain Dew thing. Fun fact about me, here you go. I hate Mountain Dew. I absolutely cannot stand that stuff. I tried it once when I was out with a couple of friends, and it's honestly, Jim Sterling described it best. He said it tastes like hedgehog piss and sugar, and that's about the best way I can describe Mountain Dew. It's utterly horrid. Or Mountain Dew, sorry. I say Dew for some reason, but yeah. Also, I apologise if you can tell a little sort of difference in my voice. A, it's a bit late, and B, I'm actually having quite a lot of pain in my tongue at the moment, so it's really numb. So yeah, if I skew some words every now and again or something like that, just forgive me. Is what I can really say. Yeah. But the Celica's alright, don't get me wrong, I like the Celica, but the next car we get, like I said, is one that I'm not a huge fan of, which means, I don't really care about racing it out and so on, so, yeah. And I looked at the car list. Realistically, the next car is going to have to last us, because the next car that's actually worth a damn to me, which I've spoke about quite a lot in this series, the 3000 GT. We only look not like URL race 10 or something, so... and then I believe the next car wants the Mustang, and that's like 13. So, we're starting to get into the cars which are really going to last us the bulk of the game. Yeah, see stuff like how to use NOS, which is pretty damn insulting if you ask me. Right, there's actually a couple of races up there I want to do. There's actually a drag and a drift up there as well. Yeah, okay, we'll go up the hill that side, actually, because then I can hit the Dragon Drift, and as well as doing the Street X races, so that should be pretty cool. Also, I swear you were able to refill your NOS at them, is that a hidden event? I assume it is. I bet that'll be worth good money, actually. 850. I'll tell you what, for 850, we'll go do it. Yeah, I mean, for now, again, we're on the sort of run-up to a URL race. Yeah, so it's really just find the random events and doing it. I do try and find the most interesting events. I do apologise if you're sort of getting a bit overkilled with, sort of drift and drag and Street X. But there, at least to me, I want to show off the stuff that was much, like, different about this game. I don't want to show off the same sort of crap over and over again. The Celica's a really good drift car. Okay, I'm used to the Peugeot, which is terrible to drift, but this thing is absolutely excellent. That's strange. I'm also going the wrong way, it would appear, which isn't good. And we're not getting any drift points if we go the wrong way. Yeah, the Celica's a lot lighter than the 106, or at least that's what it feels like. I assume it would be a bit lighter because it's a sports car in the 106. It was a sort of sporty hot hatch, but it wasn't really a sports car per se. Right. Yeah, this car's good. Oh god, it's not quite that good. It doesn't quite save us from my own stupidity. One thing I've noticed as well, we are actually in the pack. Now, I've also been reading a few bits. Apparently, if I've got a front-wheel drive car, the best thing to do is to actually tune the ECU up to torque, because then apparently that helps our drifting or something. That was a pretty... Jesus. We're doing really well on the points thing. If we cross the line now, I assume we're just going to win. Yeah. Alright, that was actually a really cool drift event. I like that. And, well, it's an easy 850 credits, am I right? This car should be a bit better for drag races as well. What the Peugeot really needed was a 6th gear. It's what I really could have done with, but there's no option to increase the gear ratios in this game, or at least I don't think so. ECU, the latest customizable ECUs. Okay, so that'll be going on the next car. We don't really need it for this one. The actual good news with this car is it's plenty fast already. As in, like, it's a pretty decent car, so we're not having too much trouble at the moment. I have noticed this car does lack a bit with acceleration / straight line speed up to about 140. Because as soon as we hit that 6th gear, this car's golden, just because it can reach like dizzying amounts of speed. Actually, when I was doing the outrun races, it's quite funny. I actually accidentally left it in 5th gear on the motorway, just because I'm not used to having 5 gears on this game. And I was doing like 147 and I was getting left for dead. I just randomly clicked the up gear button and realised, oh yeah, there's 6 gears in this thing. You get some cool views from up here as well. Yeah, I mean, I like this place, don't get me wrong. It's got very fun roads and whatnot. Oh, sorry. But as far as... Is that going to be anything interesting? Hidden race information, yeah, okay. I know, I found... I don't even look out for the SMSs anymore. I just sort of play the game, and you know, it's like the hidden events. We sort of know where they're going to come across. Yeah, there's one of them sort of special events there. Again, that's for our next vehicle to take on. It's actually, this would be a pretty cool place to live. I mean, there's no policemen. And all you have to do is sort of just race a relatively nice car, and that's sort of your goal in life, is to drive a nice car. I guess that's a pretty cool place to live. What a boy, roll on in, plenty of room for suckers thinking they could drag like us. I like my banking crispy big bills, so have them ready for me. No clue. No clue whatsoever. I'm sorry, it's just so funny to read the race descriptions in a monotone voice. Yeah. Oh my god. There's some excellent 106s in this, and the Slap Train is also in this race with his G35. Which is actually a Skyline, I believe, in some places. Over rev, oh well, let's use the nitrous to get us back in the race. That wasn't even a short shift, that was more of a good shift, I'd say. Wait for it. We have a 6th gear. But I think I may have cocked up too many shifts for that to really even matter at this point. Oh, I'm getting pushed by a Peugeot. How come my Peugeot wasn't that fast? Right, we'll try that again. We might just not be good at drag races. To be fair, I remember being quite decent at these, and I'm just not anymore, so that's fun. Oh, that wasn't an over rev. This car climbs revs too. Look, there's like one little bit that you have... right, one more try. I'm not going to get... You know, I'm not going to rage quit this time, but still. If the game's being stupid, the game's being stupid, you know? It's just... I might as well shift up there, yeah. Instead of waiting for the perfect shift like you sort of did in Peugeot, this you just wait for it to say good shift. And then you hit it. To be fair, I'm going to go down that way. No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this either, so that's a bit unfortunate. And we're going to crash into a taxi. Okay, return to explore mode. Yeah, we're not going to do the drag races by the looks of it, guys. We just don't have any straight line speed whatsoever. So that's fun. Maybe we need them new ECUs they kicking out. Yeah, let's not do that because it's just crap. Right, onwards to that drift event up there, because drift events are better than drag events. I've officially decided. To be fair, in Need for Speed, my favourites were either drag events or drift events, both of which were pretty cool. I'd love to play the original Underground. Like I said, unfortunately it's not backwards compatible for whatever reason, which I don't quite understand. This is going to be a hill drift as well, isn't it? Yo, who rider? That's you, Bammer. You ready to do some drifting, boy? We ain't got all night fire. You in or not?
Yeah, baby. This here is the downhill drift, and
yeah, it's a downhill drift. We get the point. There is an easy way to cheat these. I'm not going to do it, but there is an easy way to cheat these. Oh, we've already got point sets for us, so we basically just have to match those points. Now. Ah, okay, so it's basically the sort of gravel is the sort of specially bits that we used to get. I don't know. You know what I'm on about. Apparently we get extra points if a minivan comes past as well. Okay. I like how they've set like actually like what's the word, like perfect scores almost, like, you know, there's no extra numbers left over. You can tell it's an ECU driver, can't you? Oh, ECU driver, what? CPU driver, there you go. I think I used to struggle on this event, actually. I should have just had a Toyota Celica back in the day. I went with the Sentra, that was my issue. Yeah, we've dominated that. Well, I think we've won, to be perfectly honest with you on that one. Yes. I will take my reputation points, for which I have many. Need for Speed Underground 2. Look at that stylized logo. Can't even tell that D is really D. It looks more like a U, to be honest with you. Headlights. New headlights. Fantastic. Oh yeah, I forgot. We can do nitrous purges now, because we have the nitro. Street X, yes. Actually, yeah, let's go do that. I assume the best way around will be to just go back around the mountain. Alright, so we're going to do the Street X race. We might even do the sprint race up there, just because while we're up there, we may as well do it. And then, in the next episode, hopefully, we'll be on the way to URL event. Now, I'm not too sure... What? Alright, I was about to say. I'm not too sure if on those sort of special event things, I swear to God, I remember this as a kid, I believe as soon as you enter that circle, the event starts. I believe you don't even get a prompt, so that's why I'm kind of trying to avoid them. Yeah, you see, that's really pretty. I believe that's... I didn't even know there's a power station over there. Yeah, I think that's where the actual thumbnail for these was taken, in case you're interested. That's just a Need for Speed Underground background. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm sure I'm sure many impulse clickers will probably click on it purely for well, you know what. So it's obviously like that 350Z. That 350Z has got some curves on it. Yeah. Yeah, a buddy of mine makes those thumbnails, so yeah. If anyone's interested. I don't make them because I just don't have Photoshop skills. Right. Anyway, carrying on from that, there's a light tower in the background. To be fair, you could make a like entire episode of that fail race show just by playing this game. I might actually submit some of the clips to it later on after some other stuff's done. Right, Street X. I'm kind of curious. Is this going to be actually on a track, or is this going to be on the mountain? Because if it's on the mountain, that's certainly interesting. Nope, it's just going to be in the middle of nowhere. Hey dog, this one's to knock off one of those obligations to your sponsors. I believe that's the what's this she called? Rachel. Yeah, I think that's what the woman's called. I have no idea. I remember the one in the original Underground was like called Amy or something, wasn't she? She's pretty cool. We got a very stock Mitsubishi Eclipse and a very the Evo looks almost like it's just tired with those little eyelid things it's got on. And we've got a Skyline as well, because why not? In case you're curious, the Skyline is the final car you unlock. I believe it's the final race in the game actually unlocks that. So, yeah. I don't think the Underground will be being used in anyone's Let's Play, to be perfectly honest with you. To be fair though, I don't want to start saying, you know, when it's done we're going to do this, because quite frankly this Let's Play's still got a ways to go yet. I mean, we're only like, I think we're like a quarter of the way in at best, to be honest with you. And we're on like episode, is this, yeah, this is 12, isn't it? So we've still got a ways to go on this Let's Play, so I'm not going to start saying, oh well, after it we'll come back to this game. We might do, but you know, I shouldn't say anything like that, because we've got a ways to go in this game. So yeah, I mean, first time around, Jesus Christ, when did I buy this game? I bought it pre-owned at some point when PS2 games were starting to go out of fashion, because I just had a PS2 then. Must have been like 2006, 7, and well, it took me 2013. I'm just trying to remember. About 7-8 years to complete this game, so you know. I think that might actually be a record, because the game that's taken me the longest to complete from recent memory was Fallout New Vegas, and that was like 2 years. Because I had no idea what I was doing. And so yeah, Fallout 4 is coming out soon. I'm not excited for it, just because New Vegas was cool and all. I do like the Fallout games, but I just don't pay full price for them, because I really do not see the point. You know, I mean, they're fun, but I don't like, you know, think it's the greatest video game series ever or anything like that. So I'm probably gonna hold off on Fallout 4 for at least a little bit. We're going to restart this race just because it's hard. That is the... I like it how we're starting to get new tips though. At least that's good, because we're not... Usually we're just used to seeing the same old cars. For some reason it started to load different tips for us now, so that's pretty cool. That being said, that Subaru was the most ridiculous looking thing I think I've seen ever. So that's fun. Time to make the internet hate me and spin an orange GTR out. Oh God. Was that the GTR? I think it was. You little sneaky scoundrel. Look at you in your orange Skyline. Will he go? Yes, he will. See, even Skylines can be spun out. Someone's 10 seconds behind. Did I accidentally spear a different guy at some point? Or did the AI do that off the start line? Wodajek? Is that what his name is? Wodajek? I have no clue. I also want to know where the Street X areas are in the game, because I swear I've never seen them. There's another Burger King over there. All Street X's are related to Burger Kings, apparently. To be fair, I was expecting this race to be in like the hills or something. I reckon that could make for a quite cool race. Then again, Street X is all about sort of compounds, isn't it? So, or is it just a... I have no idea if that's an advertisement or whether there's an actual restaurant over there. I'm not sure. That's a pretty cool building as well. See, I mean, the stuff you notice in Underground, because seriously, I don't remember anything from this game's map, but you know, the more you look at it, it's actually pretty pretty. It's also plunged into internal darkness, so I guess that's one of the bad things about living here. You never see the light of day. Well, to be fair, I don't see the light of day anyway, so what difference does that make? Well, hey. Right. It's just all about second and third gear in Street X, that's all that matters. To be fair, I could do with tightening up the setups and like making it so I have short gears for Street X races. That'd probably help. I don't think there's any point really, but I could do that. Mind you, would I want short gears? Yeah, I would. Yeah. Maybe improve the torque a little bit as well, because torque is sort of the all-consuming factor here. We are about to get taken up the inside by someone. Mr. Matt, is that Skyline? Oh, right. No, that's the... Oh, is it a Sentra? I'm not sure. It's either a Sentra or an Evo. It's very unhappy, whatever it is. Alright, I thought I was going backwards for a second then. I was going to say, what? He's managed to lose like 4 seconds. What is that guy doing? Seriously. Yeah, see, look, the Skyline doesn't win everything. Sometimes a Nissan Sentra and a Toyota Celica can have a good race. I don't know. Right, power, speed, all the rest of that. It's raining again, because when does it... Actually, to be fair, it doesn't rain that much, I don't think. It's just sort of me when I notice it. Yeah, I was going to say about them outrun races earlier. Yeah, they're really glitchy. That's another reason I don't like doing them on camera, just because they're frustrating. Because there's something horribly broken about them. For some reason, you know, if you're in front and you take like a corner, sometimes, you know, it'll class them as going in the lead and you'll lose the race that way. Or something. I believe I had 2 head-on crashes with the AI because it's that bad. Ooh, we've unlocked some else. Window tints. More window tints. Yay. Anyway, friends, that's going to end today's episode. Join me next time when we do some more racing and stuff. Anyway, until next time, farewell.